like I remember the first time I ever touched a girl's breast, right? They had this dude in our neighborhood. He was an Elvis impersonator, right? And
like on stage or just in life?
I would say a little more life.
Yeah.
I
I
would
mean,
say,
he walked around dressed like Elvis.
yeah,
Okay.
he walked around. I mean, he did as good as he could to get, to be there, and anyway, yeah, something happened to him. He got hit by he'd broken a leg or something, and they set it like he got it set locally, basically had it like somebody do it. So when it broke again, he had like
he had a natural Elvis.
Yes. So he was halfway to Elvis right there. He had
So that he started with that, and then he was like, "Hey, man, thank you very much."
Yeah,
like, he just started getting into it.
Yeah, he was just a nice guy that was.
I don't think even Elvis got started like that.
I know. So at least you could say it was grassroots, kind of. Right. So,
or maybe he had a moment in the mirror where he's like this, and he goes, "I could either walk around like this, or I could put." Maybe it was a way to save it,
Yeah, I think it probably saved him some face because he was probably very embarrassed. So anyway. His kids, he made them stay in the yard, right? And he had electric fence on their yard, and they were Pentecostals. And one of the girls let me touch her breast through that fucking fence, dude.
Oh,
and she wore a mother's nightgown. I remember she wore like an adult woman.
Wait a minute, I missed the connection. Who is she to the Elvis
daughter?
Guy? Okay. And how old were you?
I was probably 10 or maybe 11.
And she was what?
I don't know, 40. I don't know. I mean, in my mind, she was
right. She was
an adult. She had a little. It wasn't even a tit, really.
Anyone with tits was.
And it wasn't even a tit.
Old.
It was like a kid's breast. I mean, it was not a kid's breast.
It was a swell.
Yes.
Well, you were a kid. You can't be a child molester when you're a child.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you. And I want to say that to everybody out there, too.
Yes.
Yeah.
All you kids out there.
Yeah.
You're not pedophiles.
Yeah. But, I remember still, dude, there was just so much fear reaching through that.
Oh, yeah.
The electricity.
So is it a chain link fence?
No, it was like a wire, and it's not a barbed wire. Pull up an electric fence, Zachary, if you don't mind.
Yeah, it's like on wood, right? It's just a cord.
Yes. It's like a very...
Oh, so you reached your hand through the fence.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
There you go.
So there was plenty. It wasn't like you were touching fence.
No, but it was so...
and she came up to the fence.
Yeah.
Wearing her mother's nightgown.
I swear to God, it was it was an adult. To me, it seemed maybe so adult also, too.
I just want a little context,
okay,
like before and after.
Yeah,
because what I'm picturing with this picture that you're showing of like this fence in a field, which is where electric fences are usually in a desolate place.
Right. This was undesolate.
I'm just picturing this girl with like wind flapping around this thing, and then you just come and then you just do this.
This was like
it's the way you get, like it's scanning your hand so you can get into the chamber.
Yeah.
But
I mean,
was it like, did you make a plan, or did you see her across the fence and go, "Hi, Becky," and then you came to talk, and then she said, "Would you like to touch my breast?" Was it like that?
I knew she liked me. Okay. And I knew that they couldn't get out. Like their dad did not they didn't have a babysitter, so they would just lock the gate or whatever, right? This is the kind of those times.
Yeah.
And so
those times for some people.
Oh yeah, I don't know. I mean, it was like, yeah, in our area, I think if you had a gate, that was your step. That was like your dad.
Okay.
For a lot of people.
Latchkey kid.
Yeah, just like that.
Yeah.
So, but I remember, I got close and just, she knew I liked her. And I think she'd been a little bit, she had dated. I think she'd been on a date.
Okay.
So she had maybe a little more experience. I felt like she had the experience.
At that age, there was that thing where some of us had done it and some of us hadn't.
Yeah. Oh, and it was such when we heard that there was a summer where somebody like got a boner or like got a sex on a pool toy or something.
Holy fuck.
And people were losing their shit.
Yeah, the kid who got rejected by my friend, he went rogue, he became a bit of a nut. So then when we were all in middle school or about to be in middle school, he started doing some drugs and stuff. Yeah. And he would, at Halloween, I remember, he would wait till the end of the night and fucking take kids candy. Oh. Like he would take full sacks. He would just walk up to kids and just grab and get the fuck away from me. And he didn't even like the candy. He was really fucked up, but I found him. I sort of latched myself to him. Like I went from that other friend. I'm like, this is the guy. I mean, this is somebody worth knowing now. But he was the first kid I knew who had like a shit ton of porn and stuff, and so and he was the first person I talked about sex with, and he was like, I want to someday I gotta fuck a woman. So so then I heard that he fucked a girl.
Oh wow!
And I remember I saw him in a park, and I'd heard that he fucked a girl, and I ran to him.
Yes, yeah.
And I said, "Hey man, I heard you fucked a girl."
Yeah.
And he said, "Calm down, man.
Ooh.
Calm down. You don't know what the fuck you're talking about. Just shut up." And I realized he's on the other side of this line, that I'm a child and he's a man.
Yeah.
And he wanted nothing to do with me anymore. So
Fuck.
Yeah, it was tough.
Yeah, there's that line. There's that like moment you cross over, man. I remember finding some pornography in my brother's closet, and I found some liquor at the same time, right? And so I was having liquor and looking at pornography, and I blacked out. I couldn't handle it. I fucking blacked out and fell off the shelving unit.
And it wasn't from the liquor, maybe. You just couldn't, you just overloaded.
Yeah, I'd had two sips of it. It was peach, but I don't think it was anything I couldn't handle.
No. Yeah, it was too much at the beginning.
Oh, there
Sex
was so
too much. I remember the first girl that I had a specific sexual feeling about was this girl in junior high school. We called it junior high school where I grew up.
Yeah.
And I had this fantasy about her. I would lay in my bed. This is before I did anything to myself or anything. I just lay in bed and think about her.
Oh, yeah.
And I would picture her. She wore this, because I always saw her at gym class, and it was this yellow t-shirt and blue shorts was the uniform. We wore uniform at gym.
Oh, wow.
And I just would picture her just lifting her t-shirt just a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
And I go, stop there. Like, I would tell myself, don't ever in your life think past that point. It's all past that is not okay.
Wow.
And I stayed there for a long time.
Did you I remember at summer camp they had this cute girl, right? I think she was cute. I don't know. She was a female. And she would let us come over and look. She had like this kind of boyfriend that liked her, and we were all kind of jealous, this other camp counselor.
Yeah.
And sometimes she would let us come over and look down her shirt. And he would sit there right by, kind of like,
oh, a little bit of a cuck thing,
like monitoring, like you're allowed to come in and see what's in the shop, you know?
Whoa.
It was
And he was a counselor?
Yeah.
Were you a counselor? Were they all counselors?
No, I was a kid.
Wait a minute. So he was a counselor. Was she a counselor?
She was a counselor, yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, she was a counselor. Yeah.
Oh, so it was like, we're going to let the boys look at her tits.
Yeah, I think it was just, I don't know if it might have been raining out or something. There wasn't like anything planned or whatever, but I remember that we got to go over and like, and one kid, I remember this crazy dude.
Yeah.
This black kid tried to put his hand in
really?
the shirt. Yeah.
What'd they do? What did the
They
guy
said
do?
no, the guy kind of shut him down.
Okay, that's what he was there for.
And then, I was like, oh, this kid knows more than I do, right? Because I was like, I went up hands behind my back. Like I was so.
Oh, you did?
Oh, man. I was like, because I feel like if my hand, I can't control my hands around a tit. So I got to put them.
But back there, that's enough control.
It just gave me a little bit of leeway.
Just a little bit, yeah.
If I felt them coming across my
you could
hips.
walk away.
Yeah.
Yeah, I get it. I'd like to imagine the conversation between those two counselors, you know. What are we going to do today? Checkers? What are we going to do? It's rain. And then she's like, how about we let them see my tits? And he's like, well, I don't know. I'll be okay. If I'm in the room, I think that's okay.
Yeah.
That's wild.
Yeah, it was just, but it's a crazy how like moments were so, I don't know. There was nothing stronger in the world to me than some of those moments of being in a child, especially when like sexualization came into things.
It was just a giant. I mean, I had a really slow build because I wasn't like in the popular group. So I didn't kiss a girl in middle school once. I didn't kiss a girl till high school. Till sophomore year in high school.
That's kind of normal, I think.
I guess maybe it is, yeah.
But you had the good-looking friend that would kiss girls.
Oh, yeah. There was a couple. I remember this guy, Mike, walking with him once from school. We could leave, go out for lunch and stuff at our high school. And he took his shirt off. It was summer, so he was just walking in shorts or something. And girls were catcalling him. And I'd never heard of that. Of girls, they were going, oh, Mike, come on, baby, give it to me. And he'd go like, no, not for you. He was like kind of coy.
Yeah.
And I never knew that girls like lusted after guys. I just thought it's guys want sex and women, girls let you. when they want to let you for some other reason or something like that.
Yeah.
Because I still hadn't done anything. And then when I was a sophomore, I met a girl, I think, well, there was a girl that I went on a date with who I just fell in love with.
Oh,
and we kissed and we fell in love. And then she lost interest immediately. So I got heartbroken right away. But we only ever kissed. But this girl, Becky, was the first girl that she was like, let me touch her tits.
Oh.
Let me put my hand in her jeans.
Whoa.
It was like all at once with Becky. Just those two. Because the early things were all things you do for them. Yeah, I mean, the idea they're going to touch your dick is like that. That
was crazy.
Never going to happen.
No.
The first like 3 bases are.
Yo, let's talk about a real issue at hand. Trash piling up, it's time to take a stand. From plastic bottles to styrofoam cups, our planet's drowning, it's time to wake up. Garbage trucks roll, streets lined with waste, but where does it go? It's not a race to the landfill, a mountain of despair. But we can change course, show that we care. Trash talk, it's more than just words. It's about actions, the change we deserve. Reduce, reuse, recycle. That's the plan for a cleaner, greener earth. Let's take a stand. Trash talk, it's more than just words. It's about actions, the change we deserve. Reduce, reuse, recycle. That's the plan for a cleaner, greener earth. Let's take a stand. Single-use plastics, they gotta go. From straws to bags, it's time to say no. Bring your own cup, your own tote bag. Small steps add up, let's not lag. Sorting all waste is not that tough. Recycling centers, that's where it's rough. Separate paper, glass, and cans. Give them a new life, that's the plan. Trash talk, it's more than just words. It's about actions, the change we deserve. Reduce, reuse, recycle. That's the plan for a cleaner, greener earth. Let's take a stand. But it's not just about the stuff we toss. It's about the mindset, there's no loss. Composting food waste, it's a win. Turning scraps to soil, let's begin. Educate the masses, from young to old. The future's at stake, let the story unfold. For the sake of our planet, our home sweet home. Let's clean up our acts, together we roam. Trash talk, it's more than just words. It's about actions, the change we deserve. Reduce, reuse, recycle. That's the plan for a cleaner, greener earth. Let's take a stand.
All shit you do for them, really.
Yeah, and my penis hurt so much. I've been touching it so much, it was always in pain, I felt like.
Yeah.
I was
Fucking
like,
self-abuse.
Oh, dude. It was,
too much.
yeah, like if I treated anything as bad as I treated my penis, it would be unbelievable. Imagine if you had a little guy around and you just beat him on the back all the time until he spit up.
And it feels really good. Yeah. When he spits, you're like, yeah. It would be hard not to beat the shit out of that kid every day.
Dude.
Every day.
I would hire other people to come beat him.